Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga, chapter 17, verse 20. In the last verse, Bhagavan Krishna said, Tapas performed without proper understanding and for destruction of others is tamasic. Now Bhagavan is going to talk about charity. First, Bhagavan said about worship, then food, third, sacrifice, fourth, tapas. Now it is about charity. Verse 20. दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते नुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतम्. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, Datavyam means it is to be given. Charity given with the attitude that I must help is Satvic. Satvic charity is that charity that is given to a person from whom you do not expect anything in return. Anupakarine. Anupakarine. Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes Adi Shankara here, who says, this can be a person who is incapable of returning your help, or a person who is capable of returning your help, but you don't expect anything. That is Anupakarine. When you give, you don't expect anything in return. Not even a thanks. You just give it and then walk away. Don't expect anything in return. Sir, I helped him when he was poor. Now he has become a big fellow. And he is not even smiling at me, not thanking at me, not calling for his functions. These are all stupid things. When you help, you don't expect anything in return. So people used to say, what the right hand gives, the left hand should not know. You should forget. That is Satvic. It is also important that the person, that is Patra, Deshe Ch, Kale Ch, Patre Ch, Patra, it should be a suitable recipient. That is, the recipient must be worthy of receiving it. Adi Shankara says that it should be given to a person who has the knowledge of 6 disciplines auxiliary to the study of Vedas. The charity must also be given at the right place. Again, Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes Adi Shankara, who says it should be given in a place like Kurukshetra, a place in Haryana, India. That is the place where this Mahabharat war is taking place, or took place. It is considered to be a very, very holy place. Or in a Punya Kshetra, maybe Badrinath, maybe Kedarnath, maybe Tiruvannamalai. So many temples are there. In a Punya Kshetra, a sacred place. In that place it should be given. Charity must also be given at the right time. Again Adi Shankara says, Punya Kala is the appropriate time to give charity. Day before yesterday it was Chandra Gargana, which is a Punya Kala, auspicious time. I think we should not take it too much importance. I will go only to Badrinath and give. Suppose I am now in some place in South India, Chennai. I will give charity only if I go to Badrinath. Once in a year only I go. So you should not take it too literally is at present my thinking. So only Chandra Garganam I will give if you decide. Next Chandra Garganam may come after I depart. So when will Chandra Garganam come? When will I give the charity? So don't take it literally. So it will give you more, even that you should not expect, more punya if you do it at the right place at the right time. So you should not think I will give charity only if I go to temple. You never go to temple. You don't get time. So that kind of attitude should not be there, is my point of view. Then Swami Chinmayananda says, gift that is given to some because of one's conviction that it is to be given is the right type of charity. Recipient is one who can do no service in return. A gift is always to be offered in the right place, at the right time, and to the right person. That is what Deshecha, Kalecha, Patrecha. Place must be the right place. Time must be the right time. Person must be, the recipient must be the right person. The charity that is given to a deserving person, from whom the person giving the charity expects nothing, at the right time and right place, that is Satvic. Swami Chinmayananda says, charity must come from abundance. Whatever more you have than what you need, you must share it with others. That is the concept here in this verse. Whatever more you have, if you don't have anything, if you have only 1 rupee in your pocket, he says this, then how will you do charity? Because you have a family. You may not know the limit, but if you have excess, abundance, then you must share it with others. The attitude is, if I don't give, I will become unhappy. That is the mental attitude. Give it to one from whom you don't expect anything. Then Swami Chinmayananda says there are two schools of thoughts in this. One school of thought is you must give it like sun or a river or a tree. You don't see the place, time, or person. Even a scoundrel receives everything from nature. Nature does not distinguish between this fellow and that fellow. You may be a terrorist, but nature gives. It does not discriminate between good and bad. This is one school of thought. The another school of thought is man is an intelligent person with discriminative power. You must give it to the right person. Suppose if you give charity or donation to a drug peddler or a terrorist, then what is the use of that charity? It will do more harm to him, the person giving it, and also to the society. Hence, Swami Chinmayananda says, Bhagavad Gita advocates for or recommends only the second school of thought. That is, you must have in abundance, you must give it to the right recipient at the right time and at the right place. That is what Bhagavad Gita says. Further, charity need not be only by way of money. It can be knowledge. Whatever you have access. If you have knowledge, you share it. Clothes, cattle, bodily help. Aged people require help. Or any other thing. What you give wholeheartedly to a deserving person without expecting anything in return. That is Sattvic Dana. Kanji Paramacharya says, of all the danas, Vidya Dana is the best. There are many danas. Anna Dana is there. Ko Dana, that is cow. You give cow to others. Bhu Dana, Vidya Dana, Sri Dana. So many danas are there. Of all the danas, Vidya Dana is the best. Vidya Dana cannot be given to all. It must be given only to a deserving person. That is why those days, like entrance exams, nowadays you want to join IIT or some CA or any other course, IIM, there is an entrance test. First they test you whether your aptitude is there. Similarly, the guru, those days, they used to test the disciple before giving that dana. Suppose if they take me in IIT, let us assume, then what will be the use? Neither the teacher can impart that knowledge to me, nor it will be useful. I will be sleeping in the class. That is useless. So the person, the recipient, the patra, it should be the correct patra. If the disciple is not deserving, or the student is not a deserving student, it is better not to give that dana. Even Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita should not be given to all. Maybe I am violating it. Why I am violating it, I will tell you later. Whether I am myself fit to have this knowledge, I don't know. But when the time comes, I will explain this. Then place, time, and the vessel is also important. Vessel is the person receiving it. Swami Vivekananda says, it is a crime to teach spiritual knowledge to a person who is hungry. So, the Tamil saying is Pathiramarindhu Pichai. Tamil also uses the same Sanskrit word, Patra. Pathiramarindhu Pichai. That means you see what the vessel is looking for, what the person is wanting. Swami Vivekananda says if a person is hungry, then you don't give Bhagavad Gita or spiritual knowledge to him. It will not get into his ears. Because at that time the person needs, his hunger needs to be satisfied. Similarly, if you think the other way around, Arjuna is now interested in Brahma Vidya. He is getting knowledge from Bhagavan Krishna. If you go and tell him, come, had I been there, I would have gone immediately for a food or a cup of coffee. Now he is not interested in anything. He wants knowledge. His patra is for receiving Brahma Vidya. So he should be given this knowledge. That is the point. Similarly, play is also important. Suppose, for example, this example I am giving. You cannot go to Delhi in December or January, where the temperature is 0 degrees, and give a AC. You are a rich person, you want to give air conditioners to all poor. You give AC to those poor fellows who do not even have a blanket to cover themselves. What is the use? The place is a wrong place, Delhi. Time is not the right time. Maybe in a summer, if you have given, then it can be appreciated. But you are giving it in winter. That too in Delhi, which is at 0 degrees Celsius. You should give wool blankets for the poor. So place and time is also important. That is what I think Bhagavan is saying. Another important point to note is, in olden days, 100 years back or 200 years back, you can hardly find any person who will receive charity. Nobody will receive charity. Because the underlying principle is, when you take something from somebody else, you are not only receiving that gift, but also the paba attached along with that gift. How that fellow earned? The receiver, he may be a corrupt fellow, most corrupt fellow. And if he is giving that in donation, the receiver who is receiving it, as per Manusmriti, he is also taking share in his paba. So mostly they won't take. You may be having wealth in abundance, but nobody will come and take from you. You have to stand in outside your house and look for anybody who is coming for taking it. He may not take it from you. He will refuse to take it. So, even if the person is taking it, then he will do prayaschitta for receiving that charity. Those days, not now. Swami Vivekananda says, the giver should actually thank the receiver for giving him an opportunity to do charity. And it is not the other way around. You don't think that I am giving it so people should respect me. You should actually thank the person receiving it. That is what Swami Vivekananda says. Thiruvalluvar wonderfully says about this. First is time. He says, காலத்தினார் செய்த நன்றி சிறிதெனினும் ஞாலத்தின் மானப்பெரிது. That is, timely help. You should do help at the right time. Even if it is size of the atom. Small help, smallest help if you do. It is bigger than the earth. That is what he says. Even if the size of the help is an atom, it is bigger than the size of the earth. For example, when somebody is suffering heart attack, you have a car. good car. You can immediately take him to the nearest hospital. But you can't say now the time is Ragu call. Hence, I will not take my car out. Then you are not helping him at the right time. So that is a point. காலத்தினார் செய்த நன்றி சிறிதெனினும் ஞாலத்தின் மானப்பெரிது. Further he says, வரியார்க்கு ஒன்று ஈவதே ஈகை மற்றெல்லாம் குறி எதிர்ப்பை நீரதுடைத்து. What he says is, giving to poorest of poor is only charity. Giving toast and feast to friends, relatives, or powerful people in a five-star hotel, that is not charity. Oh, immediately, okay, I have money, I will call all my friends, treat, evening dinner, with a number of foods. That is not charity. You are expecting something. He says you are expecting something in return. That is not a charity. Then he says, which is the best locker? Whenever we have jewels or other things, we go and keep it in the safe locker of a bank. So, which is the best locker for your wealth? Thiruvalluvar says it. Thiruvalluvar says, it is the stomach of a poor fellow. Attrar அழிவசி தீர்த்தல் அக்தொருவன் பெற்றான் பொருள்வை புழி. Wonderful. He says, the best locker of a wealthy person is the stomach of a poor fellow. Don't keep your wealth anywhere. Just fill the hunger of the, or quench the hunger of the poor fellow. Why you should do it? You may ask, why is that? I hard earned money. Why should I do it? For that he gives an answer. பாத்தூன் மரியே யவனை பசி என்னும் தீப்பிணி தீண்டலறி. Why I should give? He says that if you feed the poor, then the disease of hunger will not touch you either in this Janma or in the coming Janmas. If you have faith in your next generations, Janmas, birth after birth, I will be born. Then if you feed the poor, the disease of hunger will not even come near you. Not only in this Janma, but in the Janmas to come. 100 Janmas you are to be born. In 100 Janmas also, this matter is solved for you. No hunger for you. That is what he says. So in this verse, Bhagwan, Krishna says, charity which is given without expectation of anything in return, at the right place, at the right time, to the right person, is Satvic. Verse 20. दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते नुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतं. Next verse, tomorrow. Arihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. नारायण 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 नारायण.